What I want to look at today is the difference between inpatient rehab and their outcomes versus outpatient rehab. What most people don't understand is that inpatient rehab started in the 1970s as a result of the military having difficulties in the services with their soldiers having addiction issues primarily to alcohol at that time. So they gave their soldiers a 30-day leave to say, you've got to get this under control. That's the origin of why we have 30-day rehab. So the military had a need to take care of their soldiers, and in addition at that point, insurance, which is a real biggie, bought into the concept of this is what we should do. So today, or for the last 100 years, what we've had is 30-day rehabs based on what we knew in the 1970s, or what we believed to be true in the 1970s, that people had to go away for treatment. In reality, treatment for an addiction is the most restrictive environment. It's the only condition I know where someone starts a treatment program by going to a hospital. That defies logic, because hospitals are expensive and the outcomes aren't particularly good. The best that we can come up with in terms of outpatient or inpatient rehab outcomes for the 30 days that they're in treatment are pretty good. We can pretty much control the environment while they're there. Even Betty Ford and Hazleton, two of the biggest or most prestigious treatment programs in the United States, can give you only 3 to 7% of their patients at the end of 6 months following treatment are doing as well as or equal to when they were in the hospital. That tells you of this 3 or 7% who are doing okay, that tells me that there are 97% of those people who aren't doing okay. That is not a particularly good omen with regards to treatment outcomes. There are other options available. There is nothing that you can't do on an outpatient basis now that we have medications to detox people from alcohol and heroin in a safe environment. And outpatient rehab is 1/10 as expensive. People who can go to an outpatient program can get about the same unit of service in 2 years as the cost of one 30-day treatment program here is about $30,000 for a 30-day treatment. Outpatient treatment, on the other hand, you can treat someone successfully on an outpatient basis for about $10,000 a year. So basically what you have is 3 years of treatment on an outpatient basis versus one 30-day treatment program here with only 3 to 7% of the people getting better. That's the science of addiction. The reason that we believe you need to be treated on an outpatient basis is that's where your addiction occurs. It occurs on an outpatient basis. It occurs where you live. You have to learn to adjust and manage your addiction in the environment in which it occurs. The safest, most effective way to treat people with an addiction is on an outpatient basis for an extended period of time. When I first started working with people who had addiction many years ago, even comparing a 30-day treatment program, I thought that I could do it in 4 months. I thought we could get people stable and healthy in 4 months where they could learn to manage their addiction. I have since modified my position as a result of patients relapsing on a regular basis, that it's probably going to be closer to 12 to 18 months in order to get people stable where they can learn to manage their condition. Addiction is a chronic relapsing condition that you can manage. There is no reason that it has to be a consistent relapsing condition other than if we don't successfully treat it the first time, it takes time. So I think the major change that needs to occur on our philosophy for how we treat addiction is you need to understand that it takes an appreciable amount of time to restructure the brain. The most effective way to treat people with addiction is on an outpatient basis.